Hey guys, Brent Hull here, Fort Worth, Texas, Hull Homes, Hull Millwork. I'm going to talk to you today about double hung windows, okay? I think this is a window that gets a lot of bad flack, right? Why? Well, because you find it in a house that's 200 years old and they're all rickety and they leak and they're, whatever the problems are. But this is actually a very well designed, well made window that should last 100 years, right? We do a lot of window restoration. We restored and rebuilt the windows on this building. This is a 1921 building. Why do I say they last 100 years? Well, because we'll go to buildings where they're 100 years old and they're still in working, good operation, and with a little restoration, they're good for another 100 years. The keys, okay, that make these windows great is the wood quality. Okay, wood quality in a historic wood window is this virgin growth wood that's going to last 100 years. It's really good quality stuff. Any new window we build, we use with sapele so that it actually lasts 100 years just as long as those old growth woods do. But the thing I love about it from the sustainability aspect is that here you have an operating window, right, that can allow for air movement through your house. We've gotten to an age where, I'm a little bit warm. Let's turn it to 68 instead of 69, right? Where we've dialed in technology so much, we're relying on technology to make us comfortable in the house. Historically, they used a double hung window to open and close. Now, I'm going to take the screen out. I'm going to show you how that works. Basically, the way a double hung window is designed, and let's step around this side and show you, is that you have this counterbalance system, okay? What that means is that each of these sash, the upper and lower sash, are counterbalanced, okay? And so this window, that upper sash is moving up and down based on this counterbalance system here, okay? And literally when we build a window, we are weighing the sash with the glass in it. We get two weights and hang them on these pulleys, right, with this chain or rope. And that's how these windows are counterbalanced. So you'll see at your old house, you'll see this wide mutton, right, that separates the windows. You do that because you have a weight pocket, right? This is where your weights go. They go up and down. So even the lower window, which is weather stripped a little bit tighter, it too is counterbalanced. So it's a pretty cool system the way it works, right? It works. It doesn't rely on technology or power, right, to operate your windows. And so, first of all, it's a good system. Now, realize that historically, these windows were a ventilation system. That literally on the north side of your house, you would lower the upper sash, and on the south side of your house, you would raise the lower sash, okay? What you would do is you're essentially creating convection air through your house. You're allowing the hot air to escape and the cool air to come in, right? So it's the house breathed, right? They allowed for fresh air movement through your house because this system was really cool. There's books written about the ventilation system of double hung windows in historic houses. They wouldn't have said historic houses, it was modern houses, but there was a whole process for how this works. Realize that in the late 1800s, 1890s, turn of the century, that desire for fresh air, the shingle houses on the West Coast, East Coast, all got built because people desired this kind of fresh air system. So I love it from that perspective.